Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome, Drippy Gang. I'm doing a good quick video today since it's late and I just wanted to share a couple of swing plays I'm watching for this week. Now, keep in mind that this week we have OPEX week, and usually, the indexes SPY and QQQ. Uh, Perform are super volatile, so we can make money on just trading indexes. So that's what I'm planning to do, to trade indexes, and we'll see how it goes. We have a couple of other macroeconomic events, we'll cover them on Twitter, but today I just want to talk about these couple setups I'm watching. Before we move forward, please like and subscribe. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. Any advice I give here is just my opinion, and I may or may not be in these trades, and you should manage your own risk, and you should take profits when you have them. All right, first one I want to talk about is CVNA, Carvana. And just looking at this chart here, like if I remove all the indicators here, it's looking like, it's coming right at this demand zone, just like we have earnings coming up here. Last couple of days we had strong sell off on this name, so it's definitely a falling knife, and we don't want to catch the falling knife. So there are two ways to trade this. You can go long here on this one, like depending on how the market is. Now, remember this name, has sharp reversals for a week or so. You see here downtrend and then sharp reversal, downtrend and then reversal, downtrend and then reversal. So we might see some sharp reversal here, and then it goes back down again. It can happen. So you can play it safe. You can pop. You can short the pop when it pops here, let's say. But there is definitely upside here. But if it breaks below this 144 pivot, 144, then there is not really much support here all the way until 110. So you can play it down as well, and since there is so much volume here going on, you can make quick bucks. But in my opinion, we might see some kind of bounce here, since it is on a demand zone. So let's look at the flow here, which definitely got my attention. If you look here at CVNA flow, and as usual, these are my usual flow settings here. Um, on Friday, 50,000 plus out of money calls. And what caught my eye was that these guys are, we have $18 million order here and $9 million, so it's a spread, and it's in the same time. So someone is buying 175 call and selling 200, buying 165 selling 210, and then we have overall buying 175. So like just looking at the overall flow here, if you look at the chart for this name, you can see that bullish premium is 65%, and then these whales are targeting 18th of March the strike, the maximum hit strike, and then also the target is 175 call. And then this is what's interesting, selling 200 calls and buying 175. And if you look here, uh, 175 is how many percent from here? It's like not a lot. 175 um, is 10%, which would still be a bounce. So these guys are playing a reversal game, I guess. And also, this is an untested, fresh demand zone. So usually we see bounce around those areas, and that's why probably these guys got the dip. But we will play it safe. It can fall down. Look at this downtrend, it's aggressive. So it can continue it with that volume. But if you look at the 4 hour volume here, you saw there's some buyers step in. So we will watch this name going forward. I think like a long trigger would be um, above 162. We can see where it goes. And then next stock I want to talk about is GPN. We have traded this one before. We have swung this one before, and I like trading this name a lot. It's one of my 100% win rate. So if you look at GPN right now, it's kind of like an independent right now, and or a bull flag to say. And last time it had this bull flag, it broke out. And the trend right now is to the upside here, and we have room to go here. If you look here, clearly, this is it's a strong, bull flag here. It's been consolidating around this supply area, and then now it's looking like it might break out and create at least test 155 area. So, and the earnings are coming up, and that's what I'm assuming is the pre-earnings run up. And keep in mind that if it falls below like let's say 146, puts are in play as well, because it's extended from the CMA, so it might retest this here. So we can play it either way. Right now the trend is to the upside, and it's a bull pennant. And then also, if you look at the flow real quick for GPN, there are not a lot of significant orders for GPN, but we have two out of money calls, 150 calls, which are pretty much in the money, and these are not a significant order. 69k, 59k, it's not whale money, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. This is more of a technical setup than flow based setup, so let's keep this on watch list. GPN does provide really good swing opportunities, so we'll definitely be watching that, and keep in mind that it broke this downtrend a while back, and now it's consolidating right here. So if you look here, so if it breaks down as well, we can play it downside for a while, because it once it picks a trend, it continues it. So either way, it's a good looking setup in my opinion, to play it long or short. We just have to wait for confirmation. um, Next one I want to talk about is FCX. Now FCX, we have been trading it last couple of weeks, and the reason is simple. Earnings are coming up, and just look at this chart. you know it's forming that cup formation, and like the breakout and then retest. um, and if you look at the weekly chart looks really really interesting here for FCX, because now you can see the this bigger pattern shape taking shape here, and we have kind of like formation of a cup here. Now it might break out and then come back again and retest this area, but look at the squeeze fire to the upside. RSI is strong. If you go to the monthly chart looks really good right now. So, and we have inflation news all in the media right now, and this is a like non-energy minerals are pretty much commodities which you want to look at, while if tech is weak, these names perform relatively stronger than the Nasdaq. And let's look at the flow. We have a significant amount of out of money orders here, and not just these guys are selling 45 calls and buying 48 calls. And this is not just for like on Fridays. If you look at last couple of weeks, it has 49 call, 50 call, and all those things. So um, keep this one on your watch list. This is also another technical setup. Flow follows this one, so we might see same day like call buying and stuff like that. If it breaks above 45 or 40, like this previous Sung high, which was around 46.1, we are talking about 48 and $50 really fast. And earnings might be the catalyst. Earnings are coming in 26 January, so play it safe. Don't YOLO all your money on it. It is an earnings play, so just be safe. Let's look at this name now. HFC is another energy mineral name and oil name. I mean, come on, look at this. It's a beast. Six. I mean, I don't even know how much percent. 7% up on Friday. And if you look at the bigger picture on the weekly chart, It just broke this falling wedge, retested it, and then retested this supply, and then found a bottom here, higher high, sorry, higher low, excuse me, and now it's retesting this supply area again. So essentially what we have is a W formation, and with the squeeze fired, a long squeeze with a stronger volume, relatively stronger volume, and then we have a squeeze here on the weekly chart as well. Now keep in mind this name is not liquid, it doesn't move as much as Tesla, so you need to buy calls 2 3 4 weeks out to be safe. It's a slow mover, you won't get fast moves. It is a swing play. And my target is $42. If it breaks 38, and 40 and 42 are my target, the midterm targets. And if you look at the flow for this name here, I need to type this. We have a single order here. We have a single order here, buy to open order, 45 call for in 150 days, which makes sense because I told you. And now look at the historical volume for this. There's no open interest, and suddenly we have buy to open order here for like 2500 volume. So, and this order was placed at the close, so it's not like these guys booked profit. This is after the whole run up, and it closed around 37.5 or something. So they're buying $45 call. So my target, I told you, is 42. So we can buy, let's say, 3 4 weeks out, 6 weeks out, swing play, and looking like a snack. This setup is really good. We had 2 strong volume days. Overall, I think it's one of the better looking setups in this video, and we're gonna keep this on the watch list. Next one I want to talk about is MPW. Now another name, another bullish name similar to that chart which I just showed you, but this has already broken out. And I mean, look at this, squeeze fired already. This is a finance name, squeeze fired on the monthly chart. That's a big deal. Squeeze being fired on a monthly chart usually continues, but of course it might pull back. This on a daily basis, this stock is way above its EMAs. It's way extended. But earnings are coming up, and it might be earnings run up. And look at this breakout on 18th of January. So we do have like, it's right now just testing this supply, so we might see a pullback. But if it rips through this area, $25, like this $25 mark, I think 24.5 mark, then we're seeing 25.5, and it's a blue sky setup. It's an all-time high. So I mean, it's just a really nice looking setup. But everything is dependent on the earnings, because it did have this run up before, and look at the fall. This was during COVID. So let's look at the flow for this one here real quick. I think for some reason my laptop is just slow today. Yeah, so we have very small order here, but buy to open order at 130, $25 call, underlying is a 23, and someone paid at ask 85k premium. And if you look at the historical value of this chain, I thought it was when I click on it or something like that. It's not showing up. Oh yeah, so you have to click on the contract. Yeah, so again, here, sudden increase in volume of the contracts. So, and this is expiring in 30 days. So this is a near term call, and not a well-known name, but still, the setup looks amazing. And nobody was in FCX before we were, and then people piled on. So um, I just like these kind of setups, but do keep in mind this is extended, so just be aware of the risk. Now, next one I want to talk about is DWAC. Now, DWAC has approached a major supply area, and a perfect entry for short would be around 75 to 77 area. But in my opinion, we are not going to see that. I think we'll see basically a crash on this name. I'm expecting it to fall to like $50, $55 by next week. And this is one on top of my watch list because this does get a lot of volume. The IV, I don't know why my alerts are not being set, but I'll take a look at that later. Maybe I have too many alerts. Um, but we have a clear RSI divergence here on the 4-hour chart, and I mean, I don't see a reason why this stock should pump. And if you look at the flow for DWAC, which is also another super bearish flow, I mean, come on, these are $50 puts here being purchased, but this is 1 year apart, which makes sense because the closer ones have super high IV. So I don't personally think that you can swing it weeklies on this one, because the IV is so high, you might get IV crush. So I think a better option is to buy further out of money and then trade that. But we can trade it intraday just to get in and out. And then finally I want to talk about is CPB, which is Campbell Soup, which was from last week's setup videos, and nothing has changed. It looks great. It's just testing this. There was a pullback as expected here, and then now it's back up retesting this high, and once it breaks out, we are looking at same analysis. You can watch the last week's video. And finally, I want to shout out at Boeing. Nobody was in there before us, and I forgot to disable the like and subscribe thing. I apologize. I didn't realize it, but yeah, nobody was in Boeing before us. So congrats to those who took the trade, but everything still looks fine to me. It looks like a great setup in my opinion to break out, and we'll watch this and trade intraday. Boeing will be on top of the watch list every day, along with LMT. And I think that's it, folks. Have a good night. We'll catch up tomorrow. Bye.